it's time for another pen mail video. I was debating about how I wanted to approach things, so I said, now let's do a pen mail, because I actually have enough to show you to make a decent video out of, I think. So I'm going to show you a couple of modern pens and a couple of vintage pens that I got. What I wanted to share with you first is, if you guys don't know Sean Newton, newtonpens.com, I really suggest you go there. Now, I've shared a video in the past where Sean made me a custom pen, and it arrived the same day as my first really big Grail pen, so I put a video together on that. But Sean's a custom maker out of Arkansas, and I had the opportunity to meet him several times at pen shows. And nice guy. Used to be a school teacher, and he actually does, he was making pens on the side, but he has a scholarship program where they actually auction off different pens, and they give scholarships to kids going into college. So I like that idea, so I participate and have often over the years. So I put in several bids. There were some pens that I was interested in, and I went ahead and I won one auction. I actually thought I'd get more this last time around. That's all right. He's got another auction going right now that you can go check out what he's got. And he's got a decent selection. People keep sending him pens. They donate them. Sean puts them on eBay for auction, and all the profits go towards his scholarship fund. So I won the auction for 2 vintage Skylines by Wahl Eversharp. Both of them right here. All right. I like Skylines, vintage Skylines especially. Actually, I've got a modern Skyline that we got at the St. Louis Pen Show, and I rather like it too. I was hesitant to buy one because, you know, with modern incarnations of a vintage, sometimes it's good, sometimes not so much. So we eventually got one of those. Actually, it's this one right here. That's on my desk. It's a modern Skyline, so you can compare that. They took the same look as the 1940s versions of the Skyline, but I wasn't here to show you the modern one. I'm here to show you the 2 vintage ones. So these are old lever fillers, and I have a bunch of these in my collection. I have given one away on this channel. Well, that's exactly what I was thinking about doing with these. So I was thinking about getting these restored and maybe giving them away here on my channel, maybe at least one. I don't know. We'll see. You know, we'll see how it goes, how the restoration goes. But I can tell you that the gentleman who won the last one I did has really enjoyed his. So I've got 2 vintage Skyline pens that I got from auction. newtonpens.com, and look for his scholarship section. And there you can get information on his scholarship program, and you can go to his auction page on eBay. All right? The next thing that came in for me is this. It's kind of a small pen, a lot smaller than I expected. Every so often I go shopping on Wish or Temu or something like that, and this was a Temu purchase for just a couple of bucks. I happened to be poking around because it was something that I wanted, and it wasn't necessarily a pen. I needed some adapters, I think, or something. So anyway, I ran across this one. This teeny tiny little thing. I didn't know it was this teeny tiny, but which often is the case when I buy stuff on places like Temu. But anyway, it's a brass. It's all brass, and you can see this is a roll stop right here, that round roll stop. But this is an all brass pen, and it doth unscrew. Pull it out, little pocket size, and this is an Iridium Point Germany nib on it. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put a link in the description below as to what IPG means. Sometimes you can get a really good nib. Sometimes it sucketh, for lack of a better way. And this little thing, I haven't really played with it yet. I did take it out of the package before, but that very screw that you had that went in this way to hold it in place, you just flip it around and screw that together, and voila. So you've got a really good length. The only downside is that back is a little heavy. And it'll take a cartridge. You know, I'm pretty sure it'll just take something like a little standard international cartridge, because it's actually pretty short. So you're not going to get much in here. So, you know, if you take it like this and you unscrew it, So there's your section, and you can see that's going to be a really short throw on that. So you're not really going to get a converter. I've got standard international converters. I don't have any of that short. I don't know as though there are any that would be that short. So I'm going to put it back together. So there you go. So, you know, I just found, like I said, just search fountain pen on like Temu, and sometimes you can find some stuff. You can find Gin House. You can find some other brands as well. So now to the bigger purchase that I had made recently. Peyton Street Pens is somebody I patronize on a regular basis. Terry out in California, she turns her own pens, and I've bought some of those before. She also restores vintage pens and runs across newer pens. So I can't even count how many times I've bought from Terry at Peyton Street Pens over the years, but I found this one here, and I was only really interested in it for one reason. It's because somebody that I know, you know who you are, but this is a Padrino. Who's that? Well, a lot of people haven't heard of this company, or this brand. I have, but it's only because I've been hanging out enough with pen people. And Padrino, right there is the box. Is that upside down? Yeah, that's upside right, I think. Padrino is a house brand for a company, I believe, in the Denver, Colorado area. And if I remember, it's Paradise Pen Company. And they came out with a house brand, actually I think a couple of them, that were manufactured for them. So you take it out of that box, and there we've got this, you know, pleather feeling thing. And I think Padrino, they actually have a little biography thing in here. So if you wanted to read up on them, but essentially, Padrino brand was started in 2001. So 2001, a pen odyssey. So let's take out this actually beautiful looking pen, I think. And I have inked it up, and I put in some ink that, you know, it's inexpensive ink, but actually is well behaved. I kind of like it. Thornton's. I've got Thornton's in blue, black, and brown. Like I said, very inexpensive, but actually decent ink. I can't complain about anything Thornton's that I've had in a bottle. But this is this beauty right here. I'm going to do eventually a full video on this, because it's just a pen mail show and tell kind of thing. So you get that gold trim on it, triple cap band, and then you screw the top off, and you have on it a Bach nib. You can see the Bach logo right on it, which doesn't surprise me for like a house brand. I mean, I can understand that. And I think this was an extra fine nib. Oh, something else I forgot to show you. I forgot about this. Esterbrook. Yeah, I love old Esterbrook's too. If you ever want to start somewhere in vintage, go with an old Esterbrook. Well, I got this Esterbrook nib, and it is a broad stub. Do I have that pen sitting out here? Yeah, I do, actually. Got an old Esterbrook. I think that's a transitional, but I was been writing with that. I just inked this up yesterday because the nib showed up yesterday. So I love old Esterbrook too. So that screw-in nib. I love the thought process that Esterbrook had. That's what made them, I think, a great company, because the screw-out nib units and so many nibs from which to choose. Love them, and they're still plentiful. And Esterbrook's, because they were kind of ubiquitous, they are easy to find, easy to restore, and they're easy to find restored. So I do believe I restored this one myself some time ago, and I didn't like their fine nibs. I tolerated their medium nibs from Esterbrook, and I've been picking up every so often. I'll get a broad, and to me the broad nibs are the best writing nibs that Esterbrook had, and this one happened to be a broad stub, so I got that. I've been playing with that too. Alright guys, that's about it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Pass the word. Feel free to get in touch anytime with questions. I still get people like yourselves that actually ask me questions from time to time when they go to my website right here, troylaplant.com. All right? Thanks, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.